Alright guys, it's Sunday, Easter Sunday, I guess. Coming out in the garage for a little bit. It's up here, just use a shaky cam for a minute, there we go. We had our family Easter thing yesterday. Most of my wife's family is out of town, so we didn't really hook up with them at all, but we did with my family, my parents, my brother, my sister, and kids and dogs and everything. We had a great time, did a little barbecue over here, and yeah, we had a good time. Kids hunted Easter eggs, we colored Easter eggs, made a heck of a mess with those. That was pretty cool. We saw this way to color Easter eggs. You buy shaving cream and you put food dye in it, food coloring in it, and then the kids roll it around in the shaving cream and then you wipe it off 15 minutes later, so it turns out pretty good. But all our kids' hands are many different colors right now. I think if we do it again, we'll have to get them some small latex gloves or something, but you know, they're kids, dirty hands aren't going to hurt them. But anyway, so that's what we did yesterday. We did our Easter thing yesterday, and so I came out here to tinker for a bit today. So I'm going to turn you guys around here. I still got everything covered up from painting the frame. It's still painted, looking good. I'm digging it. I'm happy with it. My brother and my dad came over. They liked it a lot too, so that's cool. But like I said, I still got everything covered up out here. So what I'm going to do today is, I got a couple different plans. I don't know which I'm going to go with. One is stick that axle back underneath here, but I actually, you know, that's what I wanted to do originally, but I think I'm actually going to wait until I get my brother over here to give me a hand, because that thing's just a pain in the butt to move around by myself. So the other option is I'm going to figure out where to put these bad boys. See if I can set these here without scratching everything. My airbag valves. For those of you that have been watching me the whole time, remember I built this box. Or I didn't build this box, I modified this box to fit all my airbag stuff in there. I think I'm going to still leave my compressor and my tank in there, but I think I'm going to move my valves maybe in this space right here. I don't know yet. I might put them in front here. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to tinker with it. I'm going to get some, maybe grab some cardboard out of here. First I'm going to take all this plastic and fold it up so I could use it again. But I'm going to get some cardboard and maybe kind of figure out some kind of template that I could cut out of some steel to make something that goes there. The problem I have with putting it right in the middle, underneath or in that cavity there between here and here, is when the air is out of the bags is how far up my axle comes up into there, particularly my panhard bar mount, how far it comes up, because it does come up inside of here. So anyway, I'm going to tinker around with that, try and come up with a couple cool ideas. You know, I obviously haven't gone the easy route a whole lot on this thing yet, but it's looking good. Everything looks like it's where it belongs right now, so I'm kind of trying to keep it that way. So with these man, I cannot talk today. Solenoids, that's the word I'm looking for. With these solenoids, I want them to look like they're in the proper spot too. So even in this area between my shock mounts, they might look good kind of hanging out right there too. So if I gotta make a little bracket that comes off, maybe hangs at a 45 here, and they hook up to there, that might look kind of sweet. And then what I'll do is I'll have that so it bolts onto this. So I gotta do that. That's something I got to figure out before I actually paint this thing, because I don't really want to be doing any modifying to it once it's painted. But with all this exposed metal, and we're supposed to be possibly getting some rain here the next few days, I wanted to get some primer on it so I don't so this thing doesn't flash rust and create more work for myself. But enough talking, time to start working. So I'm going to get these things out and take them apart if I need to, figure out a way to mount them up here that'll look pretty sweet, and then we'll go from there. So I'll bring you guys back when I got something. See you in a bit. All right, I do have a quick question. Anybody have any quick tips of getting all this crap off your magnets? Because I usually take some time to clean them off good, and then what I end up doing is dropping them right into a pile of metal crap. So anyway, just curious if anybody has a quick tip on how to get all this crap off of here. If not, I'll just keep dragging my finger across it like I normally do. But anyway, back to Alright, so working on it here. You know, I got my deadline coming up in June that I really want it to be completed by. So may have to do like Chevaholic said and just quit sleeping and figure out a way to sleep on the way to and from work. That might work, man. You figure that out, Chevaholic, let me know, because I'd definitely be interested. But anyway, here's what I got going on. You know, I'm happy I put this in primer, and I'm happy I'm remembering all the stuff I need to do before I put the final paint on it, because it's easier to just go ahead and put another shot of primer on it before you paint it than it is to repaint the thing. So anyway, what we got here is the loom for the rear brake lights and turn signals. You see it'll come out of goes all the way up underneath the frame there, comes out, goes up over my notch, comes back down the other side. Let's see if I can get it. It's kind of hard to get a good camera angle on it though. You can see where it comes through there, and I have a good, probably at least a ½ inch between here and my airbag. Now granted, this stuff's not going to move, but it's still, you know, a little bits of vibration. That's still a good idea to have clearance, and I have plenty of clearance. And I have a P-clamp there and there. What I did with these was I drilled a hole and then tapped the hole and then screwed it in through the tap. I didn't do it on this one here. This one's got a bolt holding it in the back. That's because I didn't think of it until I was trying to figure out a way to get a bolt on the back of this closed up frame area. And then I got the bright idea to just run a tap through it. So this steel is at least as thick as those are 1032 screws. So the steel is as thick as a nut that I would use, so I'm not worried about not having enough thread. And I got plenty on there. So this one will come back here. The bulk of it will go through this spot right here. The rest will go across the inside of here out to that side. And then what I'm going to do is, while I was sitting here working on it, I got to run my wires for my airbag control. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run them down that side so I can use this same size loom, and it'll look nice and even. That'll go up underneath here, and it'll probably, instead of coming back down on this side, it'll just come up across underneath here and then go to where I need it. But anyway, I'm going to get back to work here, show you guys what I got if we get anything else accomplished. Alright, so still just have those ran. Tough part now is I'm just trying to figure out where to put these solenoids at. I mean, they can go in the box, but I don't know if I'm going to use the box, so I'm trying to figure out another place to put them. So what I kind of got going right now is a T, and because what I need is I have one valve. Say this valve right here will fill the bag. This valve here will drain the bag. So that's what this T's for. This will, if this was hooked up, this would come in from the air tank, and then this T, a line would come off here and go into the bag. So when I energize this one, it would let air in through the T. When I energize this one, it'll let air out of the T. So that's my fill, that's my dump. So what we got going on here is, possibly, I'm not saying this is the way I'm going to do it, is I can mount, I took them apart just because it's easier to figure out where it would end up, is right here. We got a T that would come off out of the bag, go into here. This would be my fill, and then if you go the opposite way, it would be right here, and this would be my dump. So the issue that I run into here is running the lines to this. I got a couple ideas. that might work. So we'll see. I gotta think about these a little bit, but this might work because I could actually mount it like this. It should be out of the way of the axle, the pan hard bar, mount and everything. Obviously I'll bolt the axle in and figure out for sure, because I think that's the first thing I'm gonna do tomorrow morning is I'm gonna bolt the axle back in, and it's kind of a pain working around it, but it's what you got to do to make sure everything clears. But anyway, this is kind of what I'm thinking now. I'd have to pick up a couple more fittings, but that's not too big of a deal. My clearance as far as the top of these would be about the same, if you look, the same as the top of my shock mounts. So as far as bed clearance and everything, I'd be in good shape. But and in reality, I could move this up or down wherever I wanted inside of here. So I don't know, up here would be good too. Then I could build a plate. I could build a plate that would cover this. This would sit up inside the plate. I'd use a hole cutter, cut a hole out this side, and then get longer bolts here, so it'd bolt to that, and that would hide my lines and my wires. So, you know, it's one of those things. You know, you move one thing, you got to move two other things, and then you got to move three things, then you got to go back and move the original thing that you moved the first time. But it's right, it's part of it. I do enjoy it. So anyway, it's time for me to go take a shower, go do some dinner, and go hang out with kids and wife and everything. So hope you guys all had a good Easter Sunday. Hope you guys had a good weekend. My vacation is quickly coming to a close. I got to go back to work tomorrow night, but I should be out here tomorrow if all goes as planned. We'll see. I hope to, because I want to get my wheels painted this week, so I should at least be prepping those tomorrow. If I could get them sanded down and put some primer on. They're already primed, so if I could sand them down and just get them ready to go, then Wednesday I could come out and shoot them. But I may end up working on this too. So anyway, I'll figure it out. I'll let you guys go, and you guys have a good work week. Most of you probably have to go back to work tomorrow, so you guys have a good week. Hope you had a good week this week, good weekend, and thanks for all the comments and what was I? Subscriptions, all that stuff. Getting a little tired, so I'm gonna call it a day. So you guys be good. Talk to you later.